In Los Angeles Sunday, and check your news feed, you might have heard something about this. The Cincinnati Bengals will take on the Los Angeles Rams in the Super Bowl. The number 56, Super Bowl 56 for those keeping count at home. Of course, the teams are gearing up for the game. Meanwhile, Cincinnati is also preparing to tackle, did you get that? Tackle multiple infrastructure projects with funding from the bipartisan law passed late last year. Joining me now is Cincinnati's Mayor Aftab Pureval. Mr. Mayor, it's good to see you. We'll get to the Super Bowl in just a second, but I've been around Congress a long, long time, longer than I care to admit. And I know that there is a bit of gap sometimes with authorization language that approves a bunch of things and then spending that gets down to the local level. Where are you with infrastructure projects? How soon will you get the money, and what's first in line?
Major, thanks so much for giving me this opportunity. Houday from Cincinnati, the future home of the Super Bowl winning Cincinnati Bengals. Look, the bipartisan infrastructure bill has the opportunity and the ability to be transformative, not just in other parts of the country, but right here in the city of Cincinnati. And without question, our number one issue, and the issue that should be, frankly, number one for our leaders in Washington, D.C., is the Brent Spence Bridge. This is a major artery for our interstate commerce, for our supply chain, to make sure that it's shorn up and is drivable. For too long, it's been kind of the poster child for infrastructure. We've had several politicians who are running for president or actually president come up and do press conferences in front of the bridge, and yet it continues to deteriorate. And it needs to be a priority, not just for us here in the tri-state, but also nationally. I have great confidence that President Biden, through this bipartisan infrastructure bill, has put together the kind of package that will actually tackle this. I just had conversations with both Governor Beshear in Kentucky and Governor DeWine in Ohio. We are all on the same page that this is our priority, and we're optimistic that the federal funds will be there. It's more than just optimism, though, Major. Let me make this final point. Just recently, in the last couple of weeks, the Biden administration announced $500 million going to just the state of Ohio to deal with infrastructure issues. Now, obviously, that's not going to be enough for the Brent Spence Bridge, but it's a good faith down payment for all of the challenges that we face as a city and as a state.
Mr. Mayor, before you were elected to the office you currently hold, you served as Hamilton County Clerk of Courts. How much did that experience shape your current priorities then and now for criminal justice reform and inclusion?
Well, even before that, I was a special assistant United States attorney. I was a federal prosecutor here in the Southern District of Ohio. And the reason why I ran for the Clerk of Courts is simple. Our courts are special. They're supposed to be the one place in our government where it shouldn't matter what you look like, where you're from, or how much money you have. But Major, that is not the reality of our courts around the country. In our justice system right now, it matters a great deal what you look like, where you're from, or how much money you have. So I entered public service to try and even the playing field. So much attention gets put on our criminal justice system, and we focus so much on the police, on prosecutors, on judges, that we forget about the civil system. The pandemic has been really difficult on so many families, particularly Black and brown families. And prior to the COVID pandemic, we had a pandemic of evictions. And those evictions only got worse during COVID. I've worked hard both in my position as mayor for about 4 weeks, prioritizing housing, but also my position in the courthouse to drive more legal resources to tenants and homeowners to try and keep their home during this difficult time.
And in your experience with evictions, tickets, citations, these do impose an economic hardship on those who are least capable sometimes of dealing with them. And as I've read across the country, in municipalities where they're heavily relied upon for revenue, this creates sort of a cascading downward pressure on not only economic growth and development, but it sort of alienates certain segments of communities from their leadership, does it not?
Major, you're absolutely right. And the other pressure that's put on local governments for this hidden tax, these fees, these penalties, these citations, is a lack of state funding. State funding has continued to go down for our municipalities here in the state of Ohio, which puts even more pressure on our local governments. But look, a speeding ticket, an eviction, any kind of issues around wage garnishments, and debts, that should not be a scarlet letter that prevents you from getting stable housing, that prevents you from getting a job to lift up yourself and your community. That's why we have to make sure that racial equity is in the center of the frame as we recover from this pandemic, as we look at our city contracting, prioritizing minority businesses and women-owned businesses, creating a pipeline of wealth that will address so many issues, whether it's housing, whether it's safety, whether it's climate. That really has to be the future for Cincinnati and for cities across the country.
You might have noticed this, Mr. Mayor. President Biden was in New York City last week with new Mayor Eric Adams, highlighting a debate about policing and funding. In general, or specifically, where do you stand on defunding police, changing police tactics, and increasing accountability?
I don't support defunding the police. I believe that the police do a really difficult job under very difficult circumstances, and they need the resources necessary to do their job. Police officers who are overworked and who are stressed out, that's not a good thing for anybody, for the community or for the police. And so I've really been advocating for creative solutions to make sure that we are putting our resources where they're needed most, preventing violent crime and holding violent criminals accountable, coming up with creative, innovative ways to make sure that we're using data to drive our policing tactics, that we're using problem-solving oriented policing in everything that we do. Major, I'm so proud that Cincinnati is the model for police and community relations. Our collaborative agreement, a historic agreement between our city, between local activists, between our FOP and our Cincinnati Police Department, to come up with transparent ways to hold police accountable, problem-solving oriented procedures that will make sure that we strengthen the community relationship between the police and our neighborhoods. It's a model that's been replicated throughout the country, and I'm so proud of the fact that it started here in Cincinnati.
In presidential elections, not a news flash, Ohio has shifted from purple to red. Certainly did so in the Trump era. Why do you think that happened? And as a so-called rising star in the Democratic Party in Ohio, what did the party do wrong that allowed this red shift to occur, and how do you reverse it?
Well, look, I think the numbers are what they are. Trump won this state twice, but let's look at the more numbers. Sherrod Brown has consistently won here. He's a progressive United States senator. We've been very successful in winning statewide campaigns to go on to the Supreme Court. So successful now that the blatant gerrymandering that has been going on in our state, which has put our politics even more to the extreme, has recently been called unconstitutional. And we now have a Supreme Court that's enforcing the law and will make sure that our state house districts and that our congressional districts are fair and representative of the people. So there's a lot of positive work going on here in the state of Ohio, but there's no doubt we've got to continue to work hard to win elections and, most importantly, to govern. You know, Major, there are three parties in this country. There are Republicans, there are Democrats, and there are mayors. Mayors don't have time for partisan politics. We are where the rubber hits the road. We are expected to perform, to put points up on the board. That's what my administration has been all about. And I'm so grateful that this Bengals team has really galvanized our city. And it's really emblematic of what Cincinnati is. We are young, we are diverse, we are ambitious, and we're not just happy to be here on the national stage. We belong here, and we're going to be here for a long time. All
right. Lightning round on the Super Bowl. What are your plans? Is there a bet with the mayor of L.A.? And have you already started planning the victory parade?
There's no bet yet with the mayor of LA. I'm getting a lot of advice. Some people think that I should suggest that the Los Angeles changes its name to LOSS Angeles for 24 hours. Some people have suggested that we get the Bengals in the game get a Hollywood Walk of Fame star if we win. I'm in conversations with the mayor right now. We're in negotiations. I plan to be out there in LA cheering on our Bengals. But if you want this atmosphere, if you want to be part of Cincinnati with our diverse neighborhoods that are walkable, that have good public transportation, I invite you to come to Cincinnati for Super Bowl weekend. We've got tailgates all over the city. The city's on fire. We've got incredible energy. We've got that Cincinnati swagger. And if you want to be a part of it, come and visit.
Cincinnati's Mayor Aftab Pureval, thank you so much for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Major.